Mariners! Up the Mariners for us. We're gonna go all the way. Hey, up the Mariners! Up the Mariners! Wembley! Wembley!
The thing about Grimsby being here, I can't get home that often. It's fantastic home can come to me. Welcome anytime, anybody from Grimsby, come down.
I said, every girl I've been up to then, I take the top off, and I'm going to do it at Wembley, just for the lads, just for the whole crowd.
Sunday the 19th of April 1998, and Grimsby Town Football Club supporters awake early, filled with expectation on what could prove to be a memorable day for their team. It has finally arrived, the day that so many have been waiting for. Wembley Way is deserted as morning breaks in the capital, no hint of the excitement and drama which is to follow later that afternoon. As the first Mariners fans arrive at the legendary venue, at home thousands of supporters gather before setting off on the 190-mile journey. Generations of town fans all eager to see their team on the hallowed turf.
Who's going to win?
Wembley!
Who's going to win?
Wembley!
Who's going to win?
Wembley!
Yeah, what team's going to win?
Black and white!
Yeah, who?
Bournemouth 16 2 cuts.
All forms of transport are decorated in black and white, all heading for the ultimate footballing destination to witness the historic occasion of their club's first ever visit in 120 years. Over 300 coaches motor their way down the M1, whilst travellers on the train enjoy a glimpse of Glanford Park, scene of a round 3 victory for the Mariners in the competition. The mass exodus in full swing, leaving a town behind virtually deserted. As kick-off approaches, the tension grows both in the pubs and clubs of Grimsby and Cleethorpes, and also inside the stadium, where nearly 62,500 supporters welcome the teams onto the hallowed turf. It is the third highest attendance in the competition's history. The match that is to follow will prove to be a memorable one for everyone connected with Grimsby Town Football Club. It is a day that will be forever etched in the memory of all that were there to witness it. It was, quite simply, the Mariners' finest hour.
Experience there. I just wonder, I hope that the young players of Bournemouth don't freeze. There were so many people this season have told me what a good football side they are. There's no better place to come and play your football than Wembley.
Fishing is the name of their fanzine. Will they get the big catch on this Sunday afternoon? Here's John McDermott in his 12th year with the club, looking to release Lee Nogan, who's one of the players in this Grimsby team who's not only played here before but scored here before. That was for Reading in the playoff final 3 years ago.
You look through the Grimsby side and there is experience there. I just wonder, I hope that the young players of Bournemouth don't freeze.
Bournemouth have been the form team coming into the final. They've won 3 of their 6 matches since reaching Wembley, including the last 2 against York and Walsall. While for Grimsby, for whom this is the 62nd game of the season, they've won just 1 of their last 8 since reaching the final. And clearly the minds of Alan Buckley's side have been distracted by the prospect of this visit. Away goes Donovan. And he's done well to skip past Vincent. He was looking for Clare. Nogan with a chance!
Best chance of the match, and Nogan realises you've got to try and hit the target, Lee Nogan. I think Jimmy Glasgow had it covered, but a good sweeping move, and Donovan immediately impacting the game. It just falls out, takes a good touch, gets it on the left foot, and it's just slightly wide, but Glass had it covered.
Well, when Nogan scored here before, it was the start of a spectacular goal-scoring feast in that playoff final, which Reading in the 15 months since. Rose. Young. Lever under pressure. Well by Fletcher.
Burnett, immediately getting on the ball. Loves to be the playmaker, Wayne Burnett. Good player, good passer of the ball, I feel.
Third appearance at Wembley for Wayne Burnett. He's appeared twice here with the England youth team. Steen's header. There's no let-up for Grimsby in the aftermath of this strength-sapping match. A crucial game coming up for them at Carlisle on Tuesday night. A fixture that they had hoped to delay. Carlisle, not surprisingly, keen to play it when Grimsby might just be a little leg-weary. Clearance by Cox lands at the feet of Donovan. Good build-up again from Grimsby. This is Clare. Groves has turned up in the box, so too had Nogan. It's fallen to McDermott.
There's still one or two out there, just showing a little bit of touch of nerves. Cox keeping a clean eye, good eye on Nogan.
Clare. Here's McDermott. Burnett. Clare. And it's cleared by Robinson.
Fantastic crowd here at Wembley. Mind you, I still reckon Robinson 5,000 try to get in. That North Circle, that is a nightmare.
Here's Clare.
Again, Glass had it covered. I think it was going wide, Rob. It's always good when you striker, you know, especially here, big occasion. Try to get a strike away. Only one thing in his mind here. On the right foot, just sweeping wide, but again, Glass looked comfortable.
He's 19 years of age, Darrell Clare. He's already come to the attention of England and the Republic of Ireland, who are vying for his services. He's been training with the England B squad. Not a match that he'll care to remember too well, though, because Port Vale beat them 3-0. And among the scorers was one Keith Houchin from Fletcher, meeting it well. This is Steen. And still, McDermott trying to hold him up.
Dangerous situation, this is better. Steen now getting closer to Fletcher. Fletcher winning the flick. Steen on it in a flash. Good little touch on. This fella's good. He twists and turns, gets past handy side. And then, just there, I thought he was going to get the ball across. Good play from McDermott.
Live wire player Mark Steen. Grimsby with every reason to fear his presence. And now they'll have to organise themselves against Jamie Vincent's corner. Howe makes a determined effort to get there. Fletcher got onto it. Davison comes and punches to save the corner.
And Fletcher's starting to get the upper hand over Mark Lever, especially in the air.
Away goes Bailey. Nogan. Smith to Clare. Just to advance for David Smith. Flick on was by Fletcher. This is Steen. Gallimore came across. Almost half an hour gone in the 1998 Auto Windscreen Shields final. First visit to Wembley for Grimsby and Bournemouth. No score. Still evenly balanced. Fletcher and Steen looking to get in again. The goalkeeper come a long way, and Bailey stolen in and scores for Bournemouth. John Bailey, one-time non-league player, came into the professional game late at 26 and makes a dream first appearance at the big stadium with a goal.
Yeah, just what the game needed. And Bailey took his chance well. Vincent delivers. Again, the big fella wins at Fletcher. Goalkeeper stranded here. Bailey nips in. Thank you very much. Get in there. Mel Machin's men draw first blood. Good touch again from Fletcher. Goalkeeper, I just feel, comes a long way, Davison. And now he's grounded, lost. And Bailey tucks it in the empty net. I think Fletcher plays a big part here. Once again, good leap. Steen on the end of it. Handy size is close. Gets his head to it. Bailey gets a little touch. Can't believe his luck. Thank you. 1-0.
John Bailey's only other goal this season came in a 5-3 defeat at Southend last month. This goal today almost pales that one into insignificance. But what a moment for John Bailey. Former part-time player, cost Bournemouth £40,000 from Enfield, and those supporters now reflecting on the fact that that was money so well spent. And ironic, isn't it, at a time when we've been talking about the fact that neither of these sides really rely on brute strength, that it was the physical presence there of Fletcher that really disturbed the Grimsby defence. Steen.
Looks at the ref. What, me? I'm sorry, Matt, that was a clear push on handy side.
Peter Handyside, who was from the same crop of Grimsby youngsters as Gary Croft, who went on to make that big money move to Blackburn Rovers. Now, Handyside's career appeared to lose its way over the last couple of years. Has apparently this season been back to something nearing his best form. Neil Young driving forward incisively again. Cross block though by Handyside.
He's definitely getting something. He's giving Smith something to think about, isn't he, Neil Young? Every possible chance, zooming up that right wing.
Neil Young playing Wembley like a hurricane, you might say. Clearly you're not into his music, Alan.
Excuse me, after the Gold Rush and Harvest. Two great albums.
Thought you were more a Spice Girls man. A minute into stoppage time. Cox. There's Young. Fletcher looking to get away. Now, is he held back there by Lever? He clearly thinks he was. Donovan's back pass. Time running out for Grimsby to strike back before the break. Nick Pearce has already taken a couple of checks on the watch. Bournemouth halfway there towards completing the fairy tale from a near-extinct club to Wembley winners. And it's John Bailey who's given them the first half goal that gives them such hope. Confusion caused by the presence of Fletcher. Steen drew Handyside and the goalkeeper, leaving Bailey with an empty net. The former non-league player certainly knew how to celebrate after opening the scoring. And Mel Machin's side are leading the Auto Windscreen Shield final. Half-time. Delight for the Bournemouth fans who had to work so hard to rescue the club. But can they hold on to what they have already? Half-time they lead 1-0.
Bournemouth lead Grimsby by a 1-0 at half-time in the Auto Windscreen Shield final. We can now hear from the Grimsby manager, Alan Buckley.
Alan, as well as the scoreline, what are you looking to improve in the second half?
Well, obviously, I think we've settled down really well, played some good football, got good balls into front players, haven't threatened them enough off that, but as far as the scoreline goes, we've presented them with a goal.
Thanks, Al.
Thank you.
So there we are, the views of Alan Buckley. Let's rejoin our commentators, the famous Spice Girls fan Alan Brazil and Rob Hawthorne.
Well, Grimsby certainly need to spice it up in the second half, as Alan Buckley has only too readily admitted. Unhappy about the goal that they've conceded, but what an eventful first half it's been for John Bailey. Scored the goal, got booked, took a blow to the lip. It was a blooded lip that had to be treated. He hasn't required a stitch in it, although it has been stuck together during the half-time break. But I'm sure he's not feeling the pain too severely after completing every schoolboy's dream and scoring in a major competition at Wembley. Is that goal going to be enough, or is there to be a Grimsby revival? 3 of the last 4 finals in this competition have at least gone into extra time. 2 had to be decided on penalties, and there's only ever been one golden goal decider in this competition, which was when Paul Tate scored the goal for Birmingham that beat Carlisle, and in Carlisle's team that day was the player who's playing at left back for Grimsby this afternoon, Tony Gallimore.
And that was the infamous T-shirt game, wasn't it, Rob? But I won't say what was on it. I think Grimsby can play a lot better. I'm sure Alan Buckley at half-time saying, boys, you know, it's quite pretty at times, but there's no killer punch. Come on, let's be a little bit brighter, and the final ball's got to be better in the box.
Here's Handyside. Shrug off Mark Steen, who's given away the free kick, and Groves wants to get on with it. The Grimsby skipper. He's picked out McDermott. Donovan always looked threatening in the first half. He's away from Fletcher, taking on Warren and Vincent now. And unable to get past Vincent, whose cross started the danger that led to the Bournemouth goal.
I think Vincent's decided now, because that was a bad tackle there, but I think Vincent's decided that he'll just show him inside Donovan. Donovan loves to go wide on the right foot, and Vincent's blocking that path.
Well, the referee was concerned enough about this injury to Mark Lever to bring play to an immediate halt so that he could get treatment.
There was a fair old challenge, bang, and immediately the referee, I think, has done a brave thing here, because that looked a nasty one. I don't think there was any intent. Let's hope it's not too serious.
Well, he and Robinson were stretching for the ball, and Mark Lever, who may not have been playing in this final but for an injury to Graham Rodger, may well have to go off here.
Yeah, I think, well, maybe the referee had a crack or something, but good refereeing, stopping it immediately, and that's all Mark Lever wants. First half had a real tough battle with Steve Fletcher, and I'm afraid now he looks as if he's in agony.
Well, Mark Lever, who's been a faithful servant to Grimsby down the years, he's currently in his testimonial season with the club, being treated there by Jerry Delahunt, the Grimsby physio. This is the last thing that Alan Buckley needs, with his side trailing by a 1-0. They do have Steve Livingston on the bench, who more normally plays up front but could slot in at the back if needs be.
Yeah, I knew Steve Livingston when he was a kid at Coventry, and he's played at the back and up front. Good goal scorer, got a good scoring record in his career. Well, that's good news for Alan Buckley and for Mark Lever. Good stop.
Steen. Bailey. This is Robinson. Beardsmore. A fairly quiet game, Russell Beardsmore.
I think he plays a sort of holding role there, Rob. He does a lot of work, maybe doesn't get the credit for. Yeah, that's for the challenge, Burnett. But I have to say, maybe I'm wrong, but I just felt Krista Warren made a bit of a meal of it, Rob. I don't like that. Burnett definitely was late, but his feet, I don't think were too high. Shaking his head, I think he thought he got away with it, to be honest. But here's the challenge. The referee clearly felt that was a yellow card.
Vincent. Steen. John McDermott.
Just feel Grimsby have got to change this. They're not really getting in behind and hurting Bournemouth.
Young. Well, it looks as though Alan Buckley's patience has finally worn thin enough to make not only one change, but two. And their experienced campaigners who are coming on here, Steve Livingston on the left, Kingsley Black on the right, for whom this is a 6th Wembley appearance, and Darryl Clare is one of those going off. Young one player not making the impact that he would have hoped for. And Tony Gallimore is the other player who's being sacrificed.
This guy scores goals, I was saying earlier, youngster at Coventry, anywhere he's been, he's scored. And suddenly, I think Grimsby, you might see a little bit more of a direct route up to Livingston.
Here's McDermott. Donovan. Well, will this bold ploy by Alan Buckley work? The three at the back here covering against Steen and Fletcher. Well, the first Wembley final for this competition saw the introduction of a family enclosure at Wembley, and that's why the Auto Windscreen Shield final, as it now is, has become known as the family final. But that first one here actually attracted the lowest attendance of them all, and that was in excess of 30,000. Could well be almost double that here today.
A busy time coming up for Wembley. Playoff finals looming. I think it's a great idea.
Oh, tremendous effort. And John McDermott there pulling the save from Glass out of the fire.
Yeah, I think Glass was thinking about trying to catch this, and at the last minute just pushes it wide. A lot of power and pace on it, good angles from the keeper.
Best moment of the match so far for Glass. But Black here looking to unsettle him again with a corner. Livingston got the touch. This is Kevin Donovan. Donovan gets the corner.
Once again blocked out. Robinson this time getting back. And really Grimsby have got to get more of the ball to Donovan.
Well, the black and white banners are waving. This has certainly cheered the Grimsby fans. This upsurge in pressure as Donovan now gets his corner back from McDermott. Played in by him towards Lever. Livingston's in there again. Cox clears. Wouldn't fall for Nogan or for Lever. Vincent gets it clear. But how much longer can Bournemouth resist this pressure? Donovan's cross. Lever goes for it. Yet again, it was Fletcher who was there.
Two great headers from Fletcher.
And here goes Steen. Bournemouth here looking for the classic counter. And Steen is offside.
Yeah, good step up from the fullback there. The good pressure, Grimsby suddenly now beginning to show a bit of sparkle, showing their teeth, getting angry. But Fletcher, who's been such a menace first half up front, this time back defending well.
John McDermott, Livingston. Vincent there ahead of Burnett. Grimsby here looking to turn up the heat. Alan Buckley has made those changes and knows that his team need to strike quickly in the wake of that.
Yeah, the old ties down now, whereas Melmich is still looking quite calm, collective. But he'll want a bit more. Keep a hold of this lead.
The two managers, Alan Buckley perhaps wears his heart on his sleeve a bit more than Melmachin. You can expect him to get very animated as the game continues, but it's Grimsby pressing with Smith. Groves. McDermott. Livingston, good layoff. Now can Donovan charge and find a way through? He's taken it too far.
Yeah, he's unlucky. Very unlucky. Very direct, this fella. Getting in the box, his touch just let him down. Just when he's about to try and pick someone out, the touch not good enough, and he blew it. Bournemouth done well, the defenders not diving in there. It really is a threat, a danger. He needs more of the ball.
McDermott and Donovan down that right flank for Grimsby are beginning to cause more problems. Barely a quarter of the game left. That first half goal from this man Bailey still separating the sides. There's been something of a Grimsby onslaught lately. Bournemouth, though, refusing to buckle. Donovan. McDermott. Cleared by Cox. This is Lever. And Bailey just diverts it away from Kingsley Black.
He's got to be in the running for man of the match, this little fella.
Logan. And this is Groves.
I think that was high, Rob. That was a nasty one. That was high. I think the youngster might be fortunate, or is the referee going to pull out another yellow?
Well, it's 20-year-old Eddie Howe who's made the challenge.
You see, just mistimes the ball, takes a player, and yet another one goes in the book.
He's only a second-year pro, is Eddie Howe, a player for whom they've got great hopes. They gave him a record 6-year contract this season, and he's been shown a yellow card.
There's the Grimsby fans roaring their side on. Kingsley Black can hit them. Burnett over the ball too.
Wall on its guard as Black strikes. Well, what a sparkling introduction that would have been had Black come on and scored.
Just trying to ease it round the wall, get a bit of bend, but Glass had it covered. The elevation wasn't right.
Kingsley Black, who's won twice here at Wembley before, in the '88 League Cup final with Luton against Arsenal. Scored a fantastic goal, Warren, in the meeting between the teams at Blundell Park earlier in the season. But on that day, Grimsby came back from the goal down to win it 2-1. Is there to be a similar scenario here, or are Bournemouth going to hang on to what they've got?
I think Bournemouth have weathered the storm the last 15 minutes, with Grimsby getting on top. The all-important Bailey's goal is all that separates them. Very, very tight indeed.
Well, it was a goal that came in the first half, and this is why he'll be a leading contender for man of the match. Vincent's cross, Fletcher's flick, and Steen drew not only handicide but the goalkeeper, leaving Bailey with that dream moment. And Livingston here has found Nogan. Back to Livingston.
Yeah, Cox is quick, Rob. Steve Livingston try to get his legs going there, but Cox read it, overlap flash.
Cox's first season as the club captain, having been appointed in that role. And is the climax of that season to be a trip up the Wembley steps, leading his team to pick up the trophy. Robinson, good strike! Suddenly out of the blue, he gave Grimsby a real scare.
Yeah, the ball just sat up lovely for him. Aidan Davison suddenly got the fright of his life. Robinson, good strike.
Handicide. Well, if Grimsby have just lost their edge a little bit, that effort from Robinson will have woken them up. And here's Burnett trying to weave a way through.
The Grimsby crowd were going berserk. They wanted it left to Kingsley back. But Wayne Burnett had made his mind up. Donovan's a danger.
Steen. There's a challenge there by Burnett on Steen. And Burnett, having already been booked, has just had a final warning from the referee. McDermott. Nogan. John McDermott, Grimsby with 4 in the box. Good play with Donovan. McDermott gets it across. Black is there! And it's gone in! Young on the line, couldn't keep it out. And Kingsley Black substitute has rescued Grimsby.
Well, it's cruel luck and young Neil Young, who I thought had an excellent first half. Well, that's what happens at Wembley. 1 minute coasting, and the next, Grimsby are back in. It was a superbly worked goal down the right-hand side again. Good play, and this is a lovely cross to the far post. Black steals in, off the keeper. In fact, it wasn't Neil Young. The keeper got a leg to it, Glass, couldn't keep it out. Smashing ball by O'Brien right to the far post. Black stole a march on the defender, and Glass's dreams are shattered. Good header down by Black. Glass, in despair, can't keep it out.
Well, what a substitution. Kingsley Black, the veteran Wembley performer in the Grimsby ranks, didn't get a place in the starting lineup, but he's really made his presence felt, having come on as a second-half substitute. The atmosphere has changed, but Bournemouth here look to create another scare. With Steen.
Tremendous ball. I really felt Black's done well, you know, because it was, on the right-hand side, McDermott clipping it in, and Black, who was out wide on the left-hand side. Great play, getting right in at the far post.
Livingston. Here's Black. Across by Smith. And here's Nogan. Cleared by Cox.
Suddenly Bournemouth are rocked now, aren't they? Grimsby have certainly been the better side in the second half.
And having made the breakthrough with that goal, are they to carry on now and win this competition?
Well, what an impact Kingsley Black's made. The good-sided left-sided players didn't admire the cross on the right. He got right in on the far post and took Bournemouth by surprise.
Black whips this one across dangerously, cleared by Howe. And Bournemouth really are shaking at the back. You can tell from Howe's anguished expression just how much this game has turned around.
Alan Buckley must be a lot more happier now. Good bold move, 2 on, 2 off.
The gamble has got them an equaliser. Is there a winner in this? Black's cross again! Oh, and it's headed over! Groves it was coming in at the far post. And Bournemouth at the moment are at 6s and 7s.
Well, you can tell by Paul Groves' expression here. Black's impact, tremendous. They show him on his left foot, that's what he wants. Groves rises high, and really that's a golden opportunity. Beautiful flight across the far post. And Groves, really, I think you've got to hit the target and do better from 3 yards.
How the youngster, he's under pressure from Nogan. Suddenly it seems that Bournemouth have hit the brick wall, whereas Grimsby have plenty in the tank.
Well, Bailey and Neil Young really down this right-hand side have got to start showing Kingsley Black inside on his right foot, because he'll put the cross in all day.
Lee Nogan trying to line it up again for Groves. Cox dives in with the challenge. And what a bold gamble it was by Alan Buckley to send on Steve Livingston and Kingsley Black, but what a harvest it's reaped.
Yeah, the problem here is it's great play, and the ball makes a goal. And I tell you what, it was an acute angle, and Kingsley Black, the celebrations, I thought he'd done ever so well to get that across the goal. Many times you see people hit the side netting from there. I think Jimmy Glass I think the cross really from O'Brien was so deceiving, a smashing cross. Glass could do nothing about it.
Kingsley Black. Here's Groves. McDermott.
Bournemouth have got to dig deep now, Rob. Grimsby out of flying.
Cox has missed it. Livingston tries his luck.
He's unlucky. I just wonder if he knew Glass was off his line there, Livingston. Spun, didn't even need to take a look. Just feeling for where the goalkeeper was. If that was a little bit, wasn't hard enough, that could have easily lobbed over Jimmy Glass's head. Just spun quickly, look. and let fly, almost taking the keeper by surprise.
This game at the moment really seems to have turned on its head. First ever day out at Wembley. Supporters of both these sides were keen just to enjoy the day. No one wants to be a loser at Wembley, and Grimsby here have fought back with grim determination. Now can Livingston cap the comeback?
So what, he's done well there, Livingston, in terms of standing on his feet, because Cox clipped him and he didn't go for the dive, didn't fall. Cox suddenly on a little blow realises his team are under heavy pressure now, he needs more support from his midfield players in front of him.
The game balanced on the knife edge, and the supporters here really enjoying their day out. 62,500 fans here almost. It's the third best attendance for this final, beaten only by the Wolves-Burnley match and the Birmingham-Carlisle game. And it's a great tribute to the people of Grimsby and of Bournemouth, and proves that today is the day to be a tourist in the towns of Cleethorpes or Bournemouth, as they are deserted. Bailey off on the charge again. Robinson in the middle, so too is Steen.
He's unlucky there, Bailey. Great run. Just the final ball. The most important part of it let him down. And Melmacher was looking so calm, collected. Must be feeling, come on boys, we've got to up the tempo here. Is he thinking about a change?
Which of the managers has the tactical master plan? Alan Buckley, 47 tomorrow, hoping to celebrate that birthday in style. Melmacher himself celebrated a birthday just the other side of this final. He was 53 3 days ago. His team looked like giving him the present the way it was going in the first half with that Bailey goal. But since then, things have been transformed quite dramatically. And that's thanks to the double substitution and the goal from one of them, Kingsley Black. Mogan here, looking for room to manoeuvre. McDermott assesses the options, Groves is in the middle, so too is Black. Bailey had to make that one.
Kingsley Black is giving Bailey something to think about now. Obviously not the tallest, and the sweeping the crosses to the far post. Attacking down both flanks now, Grimsby.
Scored one, but can he turn provider now with the corner? It's away from Handy's side, cleared only as far as Donovan. He's looking to Black again. What a potent weapon Black is. He gets this one across again. Burnett strikes it! What a goal! No, it's wide. Well, everyone on this side thought that was in. I think Alan Buckley did too. They were out of their seats. It ruffled the net, but it was the wrong side of it.
Yeah, Burnett's reaction tells you it's a great strike. A better second ball this time from Black. Cox heads out. A sweet strike with the left foot. Look at Glass flying. Hits the back of the stanchion. Turi thought that was in. Oh, unlucky. Sit down, Alan.
Well, they were ready to. Well, we were all ready to acclaim there what would have been a spectacular Wembley goal.
It's definitely opened the game up now. This is much better. But Bournemouth have to up it. Grimsby are full of confidence.
Well, look how Grimsby have really picked it up in this second half. But still, Bournemouth have given more problems to Aidan Davison directly than Grimsby have to Jimmy Glass, although it's the Bournemouth defence that looks least certain at the moment. Grimsby here looking to turn the screw. And Kingsley Black wins the corner off Young.
What an impact he's made. There's no doubt about it. Right up this end where all the Grimsby fans are. And he's going to be the hero this afternoon. Good experience all throughout this Grimsby side.
Cross from Donovan. Glass came through the crowd. It's Black again, and it's blocked by Bailey. Corner.
Well, Bailey's been in the thick of it, hasn't he? Black, good delivery again. Donovan with a strike, and again Bailey playing an important part here. Look at the bodies in there as Glass gets a punch on it. Bailey flings himself again, the little fella. What a hero he's been for Bournemouth today.
5 minutes to go. The last thing that Grimsby want is extra time. Donovan's corner kick is cleared by Fletcher. They've got that important game to come at Carlisle on Tuesday. Not much rest time anyway, without another strength-sapping 30 minutes. Black there, just unable to feed Livingston. And could Bournemouth yet win this game, having seemingly seen their dreams dashed by that Black equaliser? Steen. Robinson in support.
Steen won't be happy with that after good work earlier. But really, that's, Bournemouth, it's been sporadic attacks, not many at all, and Malmation deciding now, OK, we're under the cosh, 5 minutes left, let's change it, let's give me something to think about.
Jason Brissett ready to come on, and Malmation will be hopeful that his substitution will have as much of an effect as the double change made by Alan Buckley has had on Grimsby.
Just got a feeling this fella heading the ball here might regret that missed pass. I think he might be the one that's coming off.
Steen here, though, looking to ensure he stays.
Well, he wouldn't have been Rob if that had hit the back of the net. He's not had many chances, Mark Steen. Can be lively around the box. As well here, good body strength. Gets back in the box. 18 yards out, half chance.
Here's Handyside. Smith to Black. Cox. Bailey. 4 Bournemouth players to his left. He's gone Young to his right, looking for Mark Steen. Crucial header away by McDermott.
Great play from Bournemouth down the right-hand side. That had everything there. Bailey just holding the ball. Great run from Neil Young. And this time he puts in a lovely delivery. Steen can't get high enough.
Well, McDermott fell awkwardly as he made that clearing header. Beardsmore. Robinson's layoff. This is Jamie Vincent. Strong header away. Nogan. And Black here loses out to John Bailey. Steen and Fletcher ahead of him to his left. Burnett trying to annex him at the touchline, but this is Young. Groves.
And Bournemouth are just beginning to believe in themselves again, Rob. Good spell.
And they lost a bit of assurance and composure, having conceded that goal from Kingsley Black. And will Grimsby's steely resolve lead to a winner in normal time? Extra time, a minute for stoppage time away. McDermott. Kevin Donovan. Charges into Robinson, that's Livingston. Nogan. Donovan, Nogan again, good build-up from Grimsby, they've got enough players in the box, but Vincent makes sure that there's no service. Steen. Here's Fletcher.
He's not seen a lot of the ball second half, Fletcher, has he? Shows you the pressure Grimsby has been applying to Bournemouth.
Bailey. And he's done well to get it across to Fletcher, and he couldn't get his header on target.
Yeah, he's unlucky, the big fella. climbed high, couldn't get direction on the downward header. But what great play again from this little fella, Bailey. Really has been so busy. What a quality cross, right on the touchline. Somehow gets his foot round it, and that is a peach of a cross. Fletcher can't get high enough.
Well, as we go into stoppage time, Krista Warren is coming off, so if there is to be extra time, then Bournemouth are going to play it with this man, Jason Brissett, in their ranks. A player who has been used as a central striker but can play wide on the left where Warren has been playing, and it looks as though it's going to be a straight replacement as he stays on that side. McDermott, Lee Nogan, who pulled up with cramp a moment ago and was helped by Jamie Vincent. McDermott, is there a wave through for him? He's gone for it! And what a save! Glass claws it away, and for the second time he's forced to make a magnificent save from McDermott.
I think this is a better save, Rob. McDermott obviously possesses a lethal strike. Smashing, just makes a little bit of room for himself. Just gets wide on the right foot, blasts it. Great one-handed stop from Glass.
Make no mistake, that would have been the killer blow, and Grimsby still have a corner here. Donovan floats it in, Livingston pressures the goalkeeper. His handling hasn't always been the most certain this afternoon. It was there though, and he set Steen off on an immediate charge with Robinson tearing into the middle from the left-hand side. Steen wants to go in alone, and a life-saving challenge from David Smith, and there goes the whistle for the end of the 90 minutes. A dramatic end to the game where Steen had hoped he might get Bournemouth a winner. They threw away the lead that Bailey had given them when Alan Buckley's double substitution did the trick. They can smile at the moment because this game is still going to go either way. Bailey's goal cancelled out by the substitute, Kingsley Black.
Welcome back to Wembley, where we're heading for extra time. What a terrific match, what a terrific last 20 minutes in particular. Grimsby 1, Bournemouth 1. Tommy Widdrington and Matt Holland are with me. Matt, you were holding your head in your hands towards the end there.
No, they're hanging on for grim death there at the end. Grimsby certainly came into the game second half. Thoroughly deserved their goal. I was just glad they didn't get a second.
In a word, Tommy, is it Grimsby now?
I think so. We've got the upper hand. We have played a lot of games lately, and that may catch up on us. But I'm sure we deserve to be in extra time. Hopefully we'll go on and take the trophy.
It's back to Alan Brazil and Rob Hawthorne.
And it's win or bust now. It's the golden goal decider. First goal in extra time wins it. And if there's no goal in the 30 minutes of extra time, it'll be penalties. One way or another, there will be a winner here at Wembley today for Grimsby and Bournemouth, who are making their first trip to the stadium and have turned on quite a spectacle, particularly in that frantic last 20 minutes. Here's Smith, looking for Livingston. Cox is up there. Black. This is Groves. And it's away from Donovan, but this is really where the managers are caught in something of a dilemma. Do they go cavalier? Do they go for the golden goal? Or do they adopt the more cautious approach?
No, I think you've got to go for the goal, Rob. You know, both sides have played their part, have enjoyed it this afternoon. I'm glad Grimsby got back in it, to be honest, because they pressed for most of the second half. Now, golden goal, it's exciting for the fans. I think it doesn't matter, really. You go for it.
Pendulum has swung this way and that. Mel Machin grim-faced now. Alan Buckley was unhappy at the goal that his side conceded to them. Delighted at the way his double substitution transformed the side's fortunes. Bournemouth having used one of their spare pack with Brissett on for extra time instead of Krista Warren. And Robinson here putting pressure on Smith. Smith, who's slotted in at left-back since the withdrawal of Gallimore and the introduction of Black in the left midfield role. Young, disappointing cross from him. This is Beardsmore. Smith away. A real nerve-jangling time, the golden goal format everyone became familiar with during Euro '96. But those players will be feeling their aching limbs now, knowing that one mistake could cost their side victory in the final of this competition. Vincent, Fletcher, cleared by Handyside. This is Ham, given away to Groves, given away in turn to Fletcher. Brissett. And the challenge by Donovan is penalised, and the role of the referee, Mick Pearce, crucial in extra time. He flourished 1 or 2 yellow cards in the second half of normal time, and he's just issuing a cool-it warning now to the players.
Interesting what Tommy Woodrington was saying at the end of the game there, Robert, but he just hopes Grimsby don't tire, because they have played an awful lot of games this season, and Bournemouth have made the better start.
It's Bailey who's whipped this one in. Cleared as far as Donovan. Nogan was up on his own. Nogan is already feeling the strains of cramp towards the end of the 90 minutes. Just how crucial will that be? Young trying to put Grimsby back under pressure.
I don't know what he's trying there. I don't think he was trying to David Beckham. A good young player. I think his final ball's got to be a little bit better. He's good going forward, good athlete, up and down.
The rain is falling now on the Wembley surface, just to give it a bit of an extra zip. Aidan Davison, the Northern Ireland international. Last appearance, actually, he conceded 3 goals to Germany, all scored by Oliver Bierhoff, who got the golden goal winner in the Euro '96 final. And Davison, of course, today will be trying to impress, watching Laurie McMenemy, who's the chief guest. And Livingston here is going to be cautioned by the referee. It's the 4th Grimsby booking of the match. Livingston following Smith, McDermott and Burnett in being shown a yellow card. And Grimsby have made their final change because Kevin Jobling has come on to take the place of Lee Nogan, who was clearly suffering towards the end of normal time.
Yeah, he worked hard, Lee Nogan.
Free kick goes in towards Steen, and Davison gets there. This is Bailey, who gave Bournemouth such a dream start. Beardsmore looking for Robinson, too long for him.
Interesting that Jobling can make the same sort of impact as Kingsley Black made. Crikey, what an impact.
It's 10 years now since Kevin Jobling joined Grimsby from Leicester. He was relegated to the bottom division with them 3 months after joining, but played over 70 games in their 2 promotion years in Alan Buckley's first spell in charge. Up goes Fletcher. Lever's there with him. Burnett coming back to help out. And this is Smith. Cox. It's an extra time that will test the iron nerve of the fans here. They're certainly getting their money's worth on their first visit to this great stadium.
I think they deserve it with 62,500 making the effort. Superb. The sponsors must be delighted.
And with average crowds of 5,000 for each club, they'll be hoping to hold on to some of the extra that they've picked up on Wembley Way.
Just wonder if they'll be back here watching the repeat of this in the playoff final, Rob.
That's gone right through to Steen. Jason Brissett. Cleared by Burnett. Howe. Ian Cox, the Bournemouth captain, finds Bailey the goal scorer.
I really hope one of the sides does get a goal. I don't like penalties in any competition.
2 of the last 4 finals settled on penalties, including last year's when Carlisle emerged victorious at Colchester's expense. Here goes Donovan. Smith. Kingsley Black, who revived Grimsby's hopes in this game. Donovan. Black has now gone into the box. This is David Smith.
Livingston's in there and he can't hit the ball.
Donovan here looking for the route straight through. It was blocked by Bailey, who took the sting out of it.
Yeah, he felt that little Bailey, didn't he? But how many times has he blocked or thrown himself at things?
He's worked tirelessly for the cause as John Bailey. Fletcher. Smith. Black. Livingston playing it off Cox for the throw-in. Groves to McDermott, who's twice produced saves from Jimmy Glass himself. McDermott by no means a regular scorer. And aside, Livingston. Smith. Again, Black has veered towards the centre for Grimsby. Donovan has pulled out wide to the left. He's aimed it to Groves, who's found Steve Livingston, and he's found his man Jobling, who's been forced a bit wide, but pulled back well, and Groves it is who whacks it high over the bar.
There's one or two tired legs out there, but Steve Livingston will be kicking himself. That was a glorious opportunity just to feed it into the substitute Jobling. As soon as he passed it, you can see by the reaction, he's raging with himself. What a chance that was wasted. And the strike, well, that had graced Twickenham.
Jobling. Mental fatigue bound to be creeping into the defenders here, having to keep their concentration. One goal here. And the side that gives it away, all their hopes will be quashed. Livingston couldn't make anything of it. Which of these sides is to grace their first Wembley visit with a win? Smith. Groves. Howe. This is Young. Handy side showing calm assurance at the back. Fletcher. This is Brissett. Good play by him. Now can he evade McDermott? Exciting stuff, but he's just used a bit too much of his physical strength there on McDermott for referee Pearce's liking.
He's obviously got some pace. But McDermott's played well. Very, very unlucky not be on the score sheet. Brissett just not getting him. McDermott doing his job well. Good spot from the referee.
Kept clear by Aidan Davison. Both goalkeepers dreading the prospect of being the one that concedes the golden goal that will settle this match one way or the other.
I think the penalties have been in through their minds as well, Rob.
Groves spotting Black, but so too of Neil Young. Good header away from him. This is Bailey. Now Young again. There's been a driving force throughout.
I think they played excellent down the right-hand side, Young and Bailey. Just Young, I think his final delivery, his final ball, just lets him down. He's got to work on that.
Beardsmore's done well. A piercing ball through to Fletcher. Robinson, Steen, Brissett all waiting. And Steen was waiting for it to land for him, and Lever got in the way.
I was telling the final balls, there's nothing wrong with that final ball. Really needed someone attacking it, someone like Fletcher. Good ball from the youngster. Vincent to take the throw.
Robinson leaving Smith behind and getting it across. And Davison fists it away. Groves left it to him, and he's conceded a corner here, which it remains to be seen just how costly it'll be.
Well, this could be costly, you're right. It's a lovely ball, but really the goalkeeper, I think, has got to hold on to this.
No doubt the nerves are jangling for the goalkeepers and the defenders. And Grimsby with more to worry about at the moment. Brissett's in there, so too is number 8 Robinson. Steen, Fletcher, Cox all have a useful presence too. Howe's waiting at the edge of the area. And this time Davison's handling is a lot more composed. And good attack-minded stuff from him too in setting Groves away. McDermott. Lever. This is Vincent. Here, pushing it on for Donovan. Cox hits that one against his own man, Howe. Carlisle, Preston and Walsall have all won with golden goal deciders in earlier rounds of this competition. Here's the final to be decided in such circumstances as Hobling gets this one across.